Have you ever opened your English book, stared at the first page, and thought, ugh, I just don't have the energy today? Yeah, me too. Here's the truth. Learning English or any language isn't just about grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. It's about motivation. Motivation is the fuel that keeps you going, even when you're tired, frustrated, or busy. In today's video, I'm going to share not only tips, but also real-life stories, practical strategies, and lessons from learners around the world. By the end of this episode, you'll have not only the tools, but also the mindset to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the real secrets of staying motivated in language learning. Most people believe motivation is like lightning it strikes, and suddenly you're ready to conquer English. But in reality, motivation is more like a small candle. It needs protection, and sometimes it flickers. I remember when I first tried to learn Spanish. On the first day, I felt like a superhero, but by week 3, I wanted to quit. Why? Because I expected motivation to be permanent. It's not. It comes and goes. The trick isn't to wait for motivation. It's to build habits that carry you forward when motivation is low. That's where our first strategies come in. Let's be honest. We live in a world that celebrates big achievements, fluent speakers, perfect accents, job promotions. But what really builds language skills are the tiny, invisible steps. One of my students, Bella, from Vietnam, used to think she had to study 2 hours every day. She failed again and again because it was too much. Finally, she tried a new rule: just 10 minutes a day. She started listening to short English podcasts while cooking. Guess what? 6 months later, she could hold conversations with foreigners in her city. It wasn't magic. It was consistency. Every language learner has a reason. Maybe it's to get a better job. Maybe it's to travel. Maybe it's simply because you love K-dramas and want to watch without subtitles. When you feel tired, your why is what pushes you forward. Take Ahmed, a young man from Egypt. He wanted to work in tourism. His English was weak, and he was rejected from jobs. But he kept reminding himself, I want to give my family a better life. That reason was stronger than his frustration. Today, he works as a tour guide for international travelers in Cairo. His English isn't perfect, but his dream came true. Many learners wait for the perfect time, a quiet room, a free hour, the right mood. But perfect moments rarely come. Here's a secret. Make English too easy to ignore. Put a book on your desk. Save a short video on your phone. Leave sticky notes with English words around your house. I once had a student who pasted new vocabulary on her fridge. Every time she reached for food, she learned a word. Simple, silly, but it worked. English became part of her life, not just a subject. Let me ask you, how do you talk to yourself when you make a mistake? Do you say, I'm so stupid, or do you say, that's okay, I'm learning? Self-kindness is not weakness, it's fuel. If you punish yourself, your brain starts to fear English. But if you are kind, you feel safe to keep going. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. I once said, good night, instead of good evening, in front of 200 people. Everyone laughed. I laughed too. Mistakes are normal, they mean you're alive, learning, and growing. Did you learn one new word today? That's a win. Did you watch a short video and understand 2 sentences? That's a win. When we only focus on the finish line fluency, we forget the victories on the way. But progress is built on small wins. Smile at them, celebrate them. I tell my students, keep a victory journal. Write down one success every day, no matter how small. After 1 month, you'll see, you're not failing, you're growing. Sometimes you don't feel progress, and that can kill motivation. Here are 3 simple ways to see your improvement. Keep a notebook. Write 1 sentence a day. After 30 days, you'll see the difference. Record your voice weekly. Listen and compare. You'll hear confidence growing. Notice small victories, like when you watch a video and suddenly understand without subtitles. When a baby learns to walk, it falls many times. Nobody shouts at the baby. We cheer and say, "Try again." Why don't we treat ourselves the same way when learning English? Mistakes aren't shameful. They're evidence you're practicing. One of my favorite stories is about Maria, a Brazilian learner. She once gave a work presentation in English and said, "I am boring," instead of "I am bored." Everyone laughed. She blushed, but she didn't give up. She laughed too. Today, she's a confident businesswoman who regularly negotiates in English. Learning is not just about exams and certificates, it's also about fun. Listen to songs, watch your favorite shows, play video games in English. When you enjoy the journey, learning doesn't feel like pressure, it feels like play. And when you smile, your brain remembers better. Think of English not as homework, but as a door to new experiences. English is not just a subject, it's a key. It opens doors to jobs, friendships, travel, and knowledge. 1.5 billion people speak English today. That means you can connect with the world. Whether you live in Brazil, Vietnam, Spain, or Egypt, English is your passport to global opportunities. Think about it. When you learn English, you are not just learning words, you are building a bridge to new people, new dreams, and new possibilities. So here's the final takeaway. Motivation is not something you wait for, it's something you build. Step by step, mistake by mistake, win by win. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fast. You just need to keep going. Remember, every time you open your notebook, every time you listen to English, every time you try, you are moving forward. So, be patient, be kind to yourself, and never forget, you are doing something difficult, something brave, something that will change your life. Stay motivated, stay strong, and keep climbing your mountain. I'm Hana, and this was today's journey. If you found value in this, share it with a friend who also needs motivation. And remember, you are not alone in this. We are learning together.